hope you all are well. Today I thought we could work on some rolls and some jumps. So hopefully I won't jump on my dog in the meantime. Let's start with a little bit of a warm up and then we'll get started. So just start by circling your wrists and circle the other way. And circle your shoulders around and the other way. And arms around and the other way. And lean your head to one side. Push both fingertips to the ground while you're doing that, so you get a really good stretch on your neck. And the other side, and again, push both fingertips down to the ground. And little mini circles with your head. And the other direction. Not too big, just pretty small circles. Good, and look down. And look up. And stretch up nice and tall. And lean a little bit backwards. Big, big, big stretch. And reach up tall. Push your shoulders up to your ears. Squeeze your arms into your head. And reach it on down. And just hang for a little bit. Put your fingertips on the floor. Not your flat hands, but see if you can bend your elbows a little bit. And then put your hands on top of your feet today and see if you can bend your elbows a little bit with your hands grabbing onto your feet. And just hold it a few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Very good. And stand up. Put your feet a bit wider. And reach up tall. Push your shoulders up by your ears and squeeze your arms into your head. And then reach down and put your hands flat. And bend your arms, get a little bit more stretch, and then balancing on your feet, reach through as far as you can and hold for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, push your legs really straight. 2, and 1, and come on out. Good, and today, balance on one leg, grab your other leg, and pull your heel to your bottom, and try to keep your knees together. Feel a really nice stretch in the front of your leg, and then stand on the other leg, and same thing on your other leg. Knees together, heel to your bottom. Just feeling a really nice stretch in the front of your leg. Very good, and pop down to your hands and knees. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. And lean side to side with your fingers turned out. And fingers turned in, lean side to side. And hands backwards, lean forward and back. And hands forward, lean forward and back. Very good. And let's just do, while we're here, a really quick front support. And we're going to do some side support and rear support as well today. So start with a nice rounded back, as round as you can get it. Lean your shoulders forward. Keep those shoulders forward when you straighten out your legs. Squeeze your bottom and hold it for 5 seconds. But then don't come down because we're going to do sideways. And holding 5, 4, push your chest in, squeeze your bottom down. 3, squeeze your legs straight. 2, and 1, and then turn sideways. So your feet will be on the ground, both feet. And then lift one arm up and try to make your body really, really straight for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then find that nice round position again. Bottom down, squeeze your legs, and then over to the other side, and balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And one more time, round, squeeze, straighten your legs, and come on down. And then let's do our rear support. So legs straight out in front of you. Hands go behind you and just lift your body up nice and strong. Tuck your bottom under. Look up at the ceiling. Squeeze your legs straight and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And go ahead and sit on down. And put your legs straight out in front of you. Hands next to you. Sitting up really tall. Squeeze your legs straight. Good, point your toes really hard. Feel all your muscles in your legs for 5 seconds. Sit up really tall, arms straight, legs straight. Squeeze your muscles. Feel the muscles squeezing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reach up and fold it over. And sit up and straddle. Reach up and let's go straight forward this time. Hands down and reaching forward, forward, forward. First thinking about your forehead. Or if you're getting really good at this, you can go right to trying to get your chin and your chest onto the ground. And hold for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3. Check your legs, squeeze those knees down. 2, point your toes, and 1. And come on out. Let's see, let's do a really, really quick split, just to check in with those. So let's start with middle split since we were just stretching that. Legs out to the sides, and slide those feet out, 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 out. And balance on your hands, lift your head up, push on your hands really, really hard, squeeze your legs. And 5, 4, 3, 2, point your toes, and 1. And come on down, and let's try our right and left leg. So let's warm up our hips first. So go ahead and put one leg out in front of you. Put your hands on your knee and press your hips down. And then what I'd like you to try to do is see if you can reach down to the floor on the same side, arm and leg. And then with your other arm, reach it up really, really tall and almost over to the side a little bit, just getting a really, really good stretch. So reaching your upper hand over the top of your lower hand that's on the ground. Good, and hold for 3 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and put both hands down and come on out. And put your other foot out in front of you. And again, reach, you can put your hands on your knees, reach your hips down. And then see if with the same arm that's in front, the same leg that's in front, that arm, reach it down to the ground. And then reach your arm up really, really tall, up and over where your hand is on the ground. And holding 3, 2, 1. And go ahead and put your hands down. Come on out and choose which leg you'd like to do your splits with first. And point your toe out in front. So start with the straight leg. Try to keep it straight when you go out to your splits. And slide it out, 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 out. Hopefully you've been practicing these a lot and they're looking really, really good. Lift your chest up and chin up. Turn your back knee under. Point both of your toes. And hold it. 5, 4, 3. Go a little bit further. 2. See if you can go a little bit further. And 1. And come on out. And let's check in with our other leg. So go ahead and put your other leg out in front. Nice straight leg. Reach your hands down and slide forward, forward, forward. Again, try to keep your back knee turned under, front leg straight as you're going down. Find your best position. Check that your back knee's still turned under. Turn it a little bit more if you need to. Point both toes and holding 5, 4, chest up nice and tall. 3. See if you can go a little bit further. 2 and 1 and come on out. Alright, so like I said, we're going to do some rolls today, but let's start today with our straddle roll. So I'm just looking around. I feel like I'm a bit too close to my chair, so I'll just move this over a little bit. Hopefully I have room for my straddle roll. I'm a little bit taller than you all. So start with your feet apart. Remember, we're putting our hands down in the beginning, and then after you do your straddle roll, you reach your hands through your legs to the ground to push up on your hands and your feet with straight legs. So start with your arms up nice and tall and reach your hands down next to you. Bend your arms and start a roll. And straight legs to stand up. Good. Let's try that again. I'm going to go back the other way because I kind of ran into my bench that's here that you can't really see. So feet apart, arms up. And reach it down, tuck your head under, roll and press, and stand up without bending your knees. Now, let's try backwards. So this is a little bit harder, and if you don't have a very soft surface, be really careful, or maybe go and get something that's soft that you can put on the floor. Even a fold-up towel might be good, just so you don't land on your bum really hard. But what you're going to be doing is slowing yourself down with your hands. So starting with your arms up, then you're going to reach through, and as you start to roll, remember your arms come up into your normal backward roll position, and then legs go up and over the top. Alright, so arms up nice and tall, and reach down and through. Slow yourself down to sit, and then hands go up and over to stand up on your feet. And again, be careful that you're not too close to anything, that you don't kick anything. Probably should have said that before, and I'm going to try going the other way. And I'm going really slow because I don't have a very big space, and I've got a couple things around me that I'm trying not to kick. So maybe you're doing the same thing. So arms up nice and tall, and reach it down, and sit down slowly, and hands up, and up, off the top. And I didn't make it because I hit my cap, so let me try it again. So hands up, and up and over the top, and push. Very good. And it's a little bit harder if you're going slower. If you can go faster, it's a lot easier to go. But again, be careful when you're sitting down so that you don't land on your bum really, really hard, because that can make your back a bit sore. So let's do some tucked forward rolls as well. And then I want to try some little presses with our straddle position and some little straddle handstands as well. So, but going back, let's do, while we're on rolls, we'll do some forward rolls tucked and some backward rolls tucked. So nice stretch to start, making your body straight, always practicing that nice straight handstand position, and then tuck your knees down, put your hands on the floor, forward roll, and stand up, nice and straight. And let's do one more together. You can do some extra ones afterwards if you want to practice a little bit more. So nice straight body, tucking your tummy in, squeezing your bottom, squeezing your legs, and then tuck position, point your toes, and feet together, knees together to stand up, nice and strong. And then to do backward roll, we're basically just reversing that. So our hands are still going to go here for our backward roll. Try to keep a nice rounded back. Try to point your toes over the top, and you want to give it a really, really good push. Something that can be helpful is just to practice that push first. So maybe let's do this to start with. Just get into your tuck position and just bend your arms and push to straight arms. And then bend your arms and push to straight arms, because that's often the hardest part in that backward roll, because you're rolling and lots of things are happening at the same time, and you forget to push on those hands. So you want to make sure that you feel that pushing motion as your body is rolling. So starting with your arms up nice and tall, and then tuck, get your arms and legs ready, and then sit and roll, push to your feet, and then stand up. And then let's try it on the other side. So a nice straight body, and tuck, arms and legs, and sit and roll, push, and land on your feet, and then stand up. Now I said that I wanted to work on a few little mini presses and things like that. Later we're going to get into more press to handstand, but I'd like to be working with you on those, so I won't do this by video. We'll just do some exercises working towards our press to handstand. So just putting your hands on the mat. I know we've done these before. Push up to your tippy toes, and try to keep your arms and legs straight while you bring your feet forward. And just do a few of those, and then we'll try to go backwards. So going backwards is a little bit harder. If you can do this without bending your knees or your arms, that's great. I'm not quite there, so I'm going to bend my knees a little bit. Little jump, keeping my arms straight, bend your knees. Little jump, arms straight, bending your knees, little jump. Now when you jump, make sure that you point your toes and pushing your feet back. Great. And then I also said that I wanted to do some straddle handstands. So just for fun, we're not going all the way up to handstand. What we're trying to do is get into a pancake position upside down. So the pancake position is what we practiced earlier, where you were in your straddle position and you're reaching forward, 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 forward to the ground. So what we're trying to do is have that in the air. So if you think about it, when you're in that pancake position, your hands and your feet are actually kind of reaching the same direction. So, and your hips are the thing that's furthest away from your hands, not your feet. So we're not going all the way up to handstand. So what we're going to do is start in a tuck position, and we're going to jump to the pancake position in the handstand. But we're not trying to go really, really high. You shouldn't be falling over on this because it's just a mini handstand. just like when we do our mini split handstands and you don't fall over. So a little tuck position, and then straddle, and then back to your tuck position. And then straddle, and back to your tuck position. Let's try a few more of those. So feel your hips go up really, really high. Try to point your toes down toward your hands, and nice straight legs. Let's do 3 more. Oh, that was 1. And 2. And 3. And you might find that you get a little balance there too, which is quite fun. So that's our straddle handstand. And when we get back to the gym, we'll be working on going all the way up to handstand, lots of different ways, straddling up to handstand for our press to handstand. So I'm looking forward to working with you on those at the gym. So the last thing that I want to work with you on today is doing some jumps. So we're going to do some straight jumps to start with, and then we'll add a half turn to that. So starting with your arms up nice and tall. When you get ready for your jump, remember your arms go down with your legs so that your arms can come up when you do your jump. So let's try that. And then when you land, it's okay to have your feet a little bit apart, knees a little bit apart, and you should have your fingertips about as high as your nose. So let's try that. So arms up to start, swing them down, jump, and land. Good. Let's just do another one of those. I'm just watching out for my light because it's right up here too. I've got lots of things in my living room that are obstacles. So nice big stretch, and swing, and jump, and land. Good. Now let's add a half turn to that jump. So we want to go both directions. So choose which way you want to go first. It doesn't matter. I'm going to my right first. So when you do turns in gymnastics, you're going to turn leading with your shoulder. So when you do your jump, you want to think about turning your arm back to turn. And then if you're going the other way, you would turn your whole arm and shoulder leaning back. So arms up, swinging down, and then we're going to do half turn this time. So jump, turn, and then land facing the other direction. Then you can face either way. Let's try the same direction turn again. So a big stretch up tall, swing it down, jump up, turn, and land. Good, and then let's go to the other direction. So arms up nice and tall, swing, arms up, turn, and land. And then you might find that one side's a little bit easier than the other side. I feel like I'm a little bit easier going to my left side, and my left cartwheel's my good leg cartwheel as well. So you might find the same thing for yourself. So nice big stretch up tall, and swing, and reach and turn, and land. Very good. So let's do a couple of tuck jumps, straddle jumps, and split jumps to finish off today. So just practicing your position to start. Tuck position, arms in front, tuck your fingers in, knees together, toes pointed. So that's what we're looking for in our tuck position. And then when we land, you'll turn your hands forward for that landing position. So arms up to start, and swing it down, tuck, and land. Good, let's try that again. So nice and tall, swing your arms down, tuck position, and land. Great, so let's try our straddle. So in our straddle position, we want our legs wide, but a little bit in front of us. And we're really looking for a nice stretch with our arms at the same time as our legs. And if you can get your legs up that high, I'll be very impressed. So a nice big stretch up tall, and swing your arms down, legs and arms out to the side, and back to your landing. Let's try that again. Stretch up tall, arms down, legs and arms out to the side, and then there's your landing again. Now for splits, let's do both leg split jumps. So choose which one you want to do first. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. And I'm going to do my good leg first, which is my left leg. So we still want our arms out to the side, and one leg's going to go straight in front of you. The other leg is going to go straight behind you. Now it's tricky to get them nice and even, so try to think about snapping both legs forward and back at the same time, and your arms out to the side. So arms up tall to start, swing your arms down, arms up to the side, and then back down. Let's try that again. So hopefully you were able to get your legs a little bit straight in the air before you brought your feet together, and hopefully you were able to remember to put your arms up to the side. So arms up tall, swing and split and land. And then let's try the other leg. So the other leg may or may not feel easier. because often people have one side more flexible than the other side, but let's try that. So other leg this time, arms up tall, swing your arms down, split and land. And let's try that one more time. Big stretch up tall, swing your arms, split jump and land. Great, well I hope you enjoyed that today and I will see you in a few days.